Good morning, guys. Good morning. How about that 51K Bitcoin? We told you, man. We told you here on the channel, guys. Been saying it for about a week and a half now that we were gonna hit about $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, close to 52K. So now what we do is we have to reassess. We're pressing up towards 52K, 51,673. So the question is, can we break through 52K? If we can, then it looks like we're going to run up to about 55K. And if we break 55K, guess what? There's like no resistance above 55K till about 62K, somewhere around there. So it could be a wild ride that we're still running on here. I was just watching my friend of the channel there, Believes Crypto. I was watching him this morning. And yeah, he was talking about like we're going to possibly around 62K. He thinks we're still going to continue running. Hopefully he's right. I'll tell you right now, I'll give him props, man. He called 50K months and months ago. He called it, right? When everyone else was saying correction down to 30K, 31K, Believes was talking about 50K. Give him full props, full credit for that. Uh, we have him on the channel from time to time. Fantastic guy. But yeah, 51.6, guys. We could be on our way to a massive rally, even bigger than this. And if we do, imagine what the altcoins are going to do. So, real quick, guys, Bitcoin ETF flow table. It's getting bigger, guys. That's what she said. It's getting bigger. Look at this. Bitcoin ETF flows for the February 13th, for yesterday. Tuesday was the largest daily net inflow to spot Bitcoin ETFs thus far, 631 million USD. Guys, it's getting bigger, which is why the price keeps going up, right? The sell pressure is dying down from Grayscale, and the buying pressure just continues to mount on the other side. 12 times more Bitcoin is being purchased per day than is being mined by the miners, right? Shock, the supply and demand shock is starting to take effect, guys. It's going to continue to get more and more parabolic as if this pace continues, because we're running out of Bitcoin at a very fast pace. And finally, I wanted to end on good old Gare Bear, aka Dirty Gary, talking some crypto and Bitcoin ETFs on CNBC. Let's have a look how he gets torn apart.
Regulation. Is that the problem though? It's not necessarily Bitcoin, the underlying asset, but more the froth and the potential for fraudsters to use it that has
Well,
been
this is a
concerned?
field, Becky, that's been rife with fraud and manipulation. And look at all the bankruptcies. And you've had on this set people talking about those various bankruptcies. And it's not just one entity, it's entity after entity after
He's trying to blame bankruptcies on Bitcoin.
entity. And then investors are just lining up in the bankruptcy court.
What do you make of, this goes to the underlying piece of this. You've heard Jamie Dimon say that he would close it down, that basically Bitcoin you've seen the comments, right? It's not just that he closed down, that he would say it's, used by drug dealers and used by folks who are doing all sorts of.
Quick little side note, while he talks about people lining up in court for their money in bankruptcies, a lot of those people are because of the SEC driving exchanges out of business. Then they go bankrupt, and then they have to try to get their money, but the creditors get their money first. So a lot of the people that are standing in line waiting for their money from bankruptcy courts and stuff is caused by Gary and the SEC, not by Bitcoin.
They've been listed in terrible things. There's very few things that trade today that people talk about like that. Now, there are obviously frauds and things that happen, but maybe not like this.
Like the dollar is like 100 times more.
I know that's your perspective, but I'm curious how you think about that.
That's true, though. This is how much has been money laundered with Bitcoin. This is how much. This is Bitcoin. This is dollar.
Yes, Joe. Look, here's the Jamie Dimon quote. The only true use case for it is for criminals, drug traffickers, money laundering, and tax avoidance. I know, but we have a guest.
That's his opinion.
We have a guest, Joe. What is your opinion? And what is your opinion that we have something trading on the exchange for the public that has this type of use case, at least as described by the president of one of the largest
leading market
financial
share
institutions in the country.
It's the leading market share in ransomware, and that's publicly known.
Right.
You know, it's the token of choice for ransomware. Joe, if I can say, the U.S. dollar, the euro.
See, real quick, when Gary says, "Oh, it's publicly known," it's publicly known, right? What that means is that there's nothing to actually back that claim up. What he's saying about Bitcoin being the leading leader in ransomware, and I mean, it might be close. I'm not going to argue that, but what I am saying is that, listen, when Gary says it's just publicly known, that means that it's something that he and Elizabeth Warren have stated publicly, so it's publicly known, even though it's not true, right? He has, because he doesn't have anything to back it up, right? He's just saying, well, it's publicly known because you said to the public and Elizabeth Warren said to the public. That doesn't mean that it's true. That doesn't mean there's no facts backing it up. Like, I could just say something to you guys. I could make something up, say it to you, and say it on my channel and say, well, it's publicly known, right? That doesn't make it true just because I said it to the public. Like,
The yen, you have the whole society using it as a medium of exchange. We buy our cups of coffee, as I see here. We get paid in dollars or yen or euro. And you have a whole central bank and support for one currency generally per economic region. That we don't have here. So there's a very real economic difference.
Which is part of the attraction, since it's decentralized, and you can't have a profligate central bank.
It's not that decentralized.
Well, I know you're saying because of the ETFs, but really it is
it's
for
not
DeFi
that
and everything.
decentralized because look,
Gary's trying to, his news talking point for Bitcoin is he's trying to convince people now that Bitcoin is not decentralized.
how finance tends towards centralization since antiquity.
Right.
So what do we have? We have a handful of 3 to 6 core so-called crypto
I understand, but the
exchanges.
asset itself, the way that the
That's
the
how the
distributed
accounting ledger.
right?
That's how the
That's how the
accounting-
ledger and
Now, how many times do you have people on this show that say, I want to invest in something because how the books and records are kept? I mean, Joe, really? It's just an accounting ledger, a clever.
it's a ledger that
Satoshi
everyone
Nakamoto
has,
did
that
something.
everyone has and can't be double counted. It's almost immutable. That's why people think it has
So
inherent
you
value.
trust it more than an Oracle database, or you trust
I
it more
trust
than
it more than a lot of
trust?
the Bitcoin bulls say they trust it a lot more than the
That's-
central bank that
that's very-
enables the fiscal authorities to spend money to the tune of $33 trillion.
That's everybody's investment choice, but
By the way,
Shots fired. Dirty Gary at it again. Nobody believes you, buddy. You're a man on an island. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Support the channel. Click the join button. Become a member. It'd be greatly appreciated. Get microcap gem videos. Get in early on projects. Microcaps around somewhere between 1 million and 10 million. Get in early before they pump hundreds of percents, guys. Definitely want to check that out. It's only $4, so it's incredibly cheap. And you also get Sundays members only live streams. Click the link down below for L Bank. Do your spot leverage and copy trading down there. And once again, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.